You're watching someone you care about change, but it's subtle. They're sleeping way more or barely at all. They stopped showering as much. They're irritable for no reason. And suddenly, they're bailing on everything they used to love. You think, maybe they're just stressed. Maybe it's a phase. But deep down, something feels off. Other people bounce back from stress quickly, get back to normal. This person, they're not bouncing back. Why do some people show these small, quiet changes that everyone dismisses as just a bad week, when they're actually early warning signs of something much bigger? Mental health professionals say symptoms like sleep changes, withdrawal, and difficulty functioning rarely appear out of nowhere. They build slowly, and catching them early can prevent a full-blown crisis. Here's what you need to know. Major mental illnesses, such as schizophrenia or bipolar disorder, rarely appear out of the blue. Most often, family, friends, or individuals themselves begin to recognize small changes or a feeling that something is not quite right before an illness appears in its full-blown form. Learning about early warning signs and taking action can help reduce mental illness's effect on quality of life. It may even reduce the severity and possibly delay or prevent a major mental illness altogether. So what are the signs? If several of the following are occurring, follow up with a mental health professional. First, sleep or appetite changes, dramatic shifts. They're suddenly sleeping 14 hours a day or can't sleep at all. Second, decline in personal care, difficulty bathing or caring for oneself. Third, mood changes, rapid emotional shifts, depressed feelings, or greater irritability. They're snapping at people over tiny things. Fourth, withdrawal, recent social withdrawal and loss of interest in activities previously enjoyed. They loved soccer, now they won't even watch a game. Fifth, body pain, difficulty managing pain like stomach aches or headaches that doctors can't explain. Sixth, drop in functioning, an unusual drop at school, work, or social activities. They were getting A's, now they're barely passing. Seventh, problems thinking, problems with concentration, memory, or logical thought. They start a sentence and forget what they were saying. Eighth, increased sensitivity, heightened sensitivity to sights, sounds, smells, or touch. Suddenly, the grocery store is too loud. Ninth, apathy, loss of initiative or desire to participate in any activity. 10th, feeling disconnected, a vague feeling of being disconnected from oneself or surroundings. 11th, illogical thinking, unusual or exaggerated beliefs about personal powers. 12th, nervousness, fear or suspiciousness of others, or a strong nervous feeling. 13th, unusual behavior, odd, uncharacteristic behavior. Finally, changes in school or work, increased absenteeism, worsening performance. Now here's the critical part. One or two of these symptoms alone can't predict a mental illness, but may indicate a need for evaluation. If a person is experiencing several at one time, and the symptoms are causing serious problems in the ability to study, work, or relate to others, they should be seen by a mental health professional. People with suicidal thoughts or intent, or thoughts of harming others, need immediate attention. More than a decade of research has shown that early intervention can often minimize or delay symptoms, prevent hospitalization, and improve prognosis. Even if a person doesn't yet show clear signs of a diagnosable mental illness, these early warning symptoms can be frightening and disruptive. Just as with other medical illnesses, early intervention can make a crucial difference. So what can you do? Encourage the person to use self-help approaches like exercise, making connections with others, and stress management. Encourage them to receive supportive counseling and have an evaluation by a mental health professional. Help them learn about mental illness, including signs and symptoms. And recognize that stigma may pose a significant barrier to seeking help. Here's what matters most. The people in the individual's life are very important. Family members are valued partners, as are teachers, coaches, and religious figures. Learning about mental illness can help individuals, families, and community members understand the significance of symptoms, how an illness might develop, and what can be done to help. Early intervention saves lives. Don't wait until it's a crisis. Trust your gut when something feels off, and help them get help.